of the tape.
Alright guys, UFC 247 is now in the books. In the main event, we had a great fight. Unfortunately, it was capped off by a terrible decision, in my opinion.
I freaking hated the decision. And then, to cap it off, idiot Joe Rogan, and God bless his stupid little heart, Dominick Cruz, chirping about the 4th and 5th round. They were just stuck on the 4th and 5th round. You wanna know why? Because Reyes won the first 3 rounds. They freaking knew it. They knew Jon Jones did not win that fight. I'm still pissed at this stupid decision. Clearly, we had incompetent judges. Hell, one of them wasn't even watching one particular fight while it was happening. He was over here on his freaking phone or watching somebody else's phone. This has to be addressed. This has to be addressed. Now, I'm not the world's biggest Jon Jones fan, but I've always given credit where credit is due to any fighters I dislike. Always been fair. But this, Jon Jones to me has lost 2 fights. Thiago Santos and this one, for sure has lost this one.
Story of the fight, Dominick Reyes comes in very aggressive, using a lot of movement, looking to utilize the leg kicks, and he was landing some heavy leather up top too. Really mixed it up, went to the body a lot more than any of Jon Jones' past opponents. In my opinion, clearly won rounds 1 through 3, and with Dominick fading in those last 2 rounds, especially in that 5th Jon Jones landing bar, I think you would have to give it to Jon Jones. Honestly, what I think won Jon Jones' fight is
idiot judges. No, yeah. I totally agree. Idiot judges.
The perception of octagon control. Throughout the entire fight, he was putting on the pressure, especially in the 4th and 5th round. You see Reyes begin to tire, and you see him backpedaling a lot, but he was still landing. He was still being effective. He was moving, using some great footwork. You know, I just think that him beginning to slow down, him beginning to appear to be tiring out is what swayed the judges to score the fight for Jon Jones in the end. Jon Jones landed some minor takedowns, didn't do anything with them. Dominick Reyes was able to get right back up, but, you know, in the end, it won Jon Jones the fight.
I'm hoping Jon Jones freaking pops for PEDs after this freaking fight. I'm sick and tired of this crap.
What made this one really interesting is this makes a second razor close fight for Jon Jones. Jon Jones, again, appears to be slowing down, appears to be having tougher fights against the new era of the light heavyweight division. As far as what goes next for him, you know, I have a hard time seeing him moving up to heavyweight. He just really hasn't shown any interest in doing so. The next fight night coming up, we have Corey Anderson taking on Jan Blachowicz. And looking back at this fight tonight, one thing that gave Jon Jones a lot of trouble was the footwork and the movement of Dominick Reyes. You know, you look at somebody like Corey Anderson, who uses a lot of movement, uses a lot of footwork, and is also heavy-handed. Corey Anderson is a bit shorter than Jon Jones, but he has a bigger reach than Dominick Reyes. So, looking back at the past, everybody in their right mind would have counted Corey Anderson out in a fight with Jon Jones. Now, not so much, because everybody counted Dominick Reyes out, including us.
Yeah. We both were guilty of not giving Dominick a fighting chance. We thought it was going to be a one-sided fight.
Yeah.
I will say this. Dominick Reyes has won over a fan and me. The second thing I want to say, all of Jon Jones' future fights, you can just throw away the first 3 rounds because the only rounds that matter are the last 2, particularly the last round. Obviously, Jones just needs to show up for those last 2 rounds, and the fight's his. Clearly, now he knows, oh, I wasn't really trained before, now I really don't have to train. I just have to show up for the last 2 rounds and get a couple of takedowns, and I'm good. We're all good. I can go party it up with freaking Derek Lewis over at Little Woodrow's. We're good.
In your opinion, what should Jon Jones do? Should he go ahead and make the step up to heavyweight, try his hand out there, or should he face the next contender?
Neither. I think he should be the bigger man and hand Reyes that freaking belt. You know what, buddy? I can't sit with myself. I can't stare myself in the freaking mirror in the morning knowing that the judges gave me this fight. I know who really won. Here. Let me know when I can get another title shot because you won this fight. That's what I would have done. I have more honor, clearly, than Jones does. I don't want to beat a dead horse. We didn't ask for these judges. These are just the judges we got. I'm mad now, but I'll be over in the morning. You know why? It doesn't really affect my life. It just annoys the hell out of me for a minute second.
Now, I won't go that extreme, but I do want to see Reyes get an immediate rematch. I know it's probably not going to happen. This was very disappointing.
Not the fight. The fight was great.
Yeah.
Just the outcome.
All we do from here is see how everything's going to play out. Now, going on to the co-main event, Valentina Shevchenko makes easy work of Katlyn Chookagian. Took her some time to find the range, but once she did, it was just domination from there. The leg kicks really helped her out in stifling the movement of Chookagian, also helping her find her range for those kicks. Landed some beautiful spinning kicks. In the 3rd round, lands that takedown, gets right into that crucifix position, and and starts landing the elbows. But yeah, not really much to say about this fight other than utter domination. The hard part about this one is trying to figure out what Valentina does next.
Shevchenko is just leaps and bounds ahead of any woman in that division. No one's really given her any kind of issues or any kind of problems besides Amanda Nunes.
And unlike Jones, there's no evidence of her slowing down.
No.
Nobody exploiting any holes in her game. Recently we had Amanda Nunes make another title defense. She's 2-0 against Valentina Shevchenko, but I still want to see them go back at it because a lot of people thought that Valentina won their last fight.
Yeah, I was one of them. I'm not sure if Dana wants to see that rematch. I'm not sure if Nunes wants to see that rematch or run it back a third time, but whatever they decide, it doesn't matter. As long as I get to see her. As long as I get to see my baby fight again. That's all that matters.
Now, the strawweight division is not as shallow as women's flyweight division.
Oh, not as shallow? So you mean I have a chance with either one of those women because they're not shallow? Like the way you think, Eric. Like the way you think.
We have Zhang Weili defending her title against Joanna Jędrzejczyk, which is going to be an epic fight, guaranteed. Should Zhang Weili defeat Joanna Jędrzejczyk, it could be possible that the UFC might want to set up a fight between her and Valentina.
Okay, I can buy that. No, I want that to happen now.
Now, Tatiana Suarez may throw a wrench in those plans because, unlike in the flyweight division and the strawweight division, we have a clear-cut contender in Tatiana Suarez. But with the UFC's addition to super fights as of late, that may be something they want to try to set up. Tatiana's been out for a while. I have no idea when she plans on coming back, but just something interesting to throw out there. Other than that, in my opinion, anybody else Valentina fights in the flyweight division is just going to look the same. Other than that, any other highlights you want to bring up?
No. I will say this. I might have to give ODW, Dana White, personal friend, a call to see if he can get me on this panel of judges so we can get some honest judges on that panel. This needs to be addressed. We need to get some better scoring system for sure. And judges that actually pay attention to the fights.
Other than that, that's our recap, guys. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you for the next one.
It's my job to embrace the toughest challenges. I mean, that's what a champion's being about. I fought DC twice. Had no problem signing the contract. I fought Alexander Gustafsson twice. No problem signing the contract. And if the people want to see me fight Dominick again, it's going to be up to Dana White to find a way to make that happen.